The Maldives is a dream holiday destination, with its amazingly clear waters, gorgeous weather, and over-water cabins on stilts. Scenery aside, the Maldives has a rich culture and fascinating history, along with unique geology, with the whole country being made up of 26 coral atolls that formed after the eruption of ancient underwater volcanoes. The Maldives is home to around 540,000 people, roughly the same amount of residents as Manchester. However, only around 200 out of the 1,200 islands in the archipelago are inhabited. A ban was introduced in 1984 on visiting the inhabited islands, but this was lifted in 2009, so visitors can experience the cultural side of the Maldives beyond the resorts and help the tourism industry.
The Maldives is a relatively new tourist destination. Despite being around for a few thousand years, it was a secret destination for surfers and divers before the first resort opened in 1972. Former President Maumoon Abdul Gayoom gave tourism a huge boost during his first term in power, and in 2019, 1.7 million tourists visited the Maldives. The pure white sand of the Maldives not only looks attractive, but it's actually made from coral. Coralline beaches make up only 5% of the world's beaches, with most beach sand being made of quartz.
In Maldives, shells were used as a method of international trading currency in the 1800s. These cowrie shells are distinctive, lightweight, and cannot be forged, making them an ideal money substitution. The shell money trade is long since gone, and the cowrie shell is worthless these days, although it remains as the emblem of the Maldives monetary authority.
The Maldives is known for its variety of marine life, but the king of the waves here is the whale shark, the largest fish in the ocean. Whale sharks can grow up to 20 feet long, but you don't need to fear a Jaws-type scenario, as they live off a diet of plankton. The Maldives are merely 8 feet above sea level, at their highest natural point, which is lower than every other country on the planet. The 1,200 islands are on average around 7 feet above sea level. The archipelago is protected from monsoon season swells by a natural barrier of coral reefs.
One of the benefits of being the world's lowest nation is being able to hold a cabinet meeting at the bottom of the sea. This is what Maldivian President Mohamed Nasheed did in 2009 as a gesture for help over rising sea levels that would submerge some of the low-lying areas by 2100. The 11 ministers signed a document calling for global cuts to carbon emissions, and their signed wetsuits were auctioned to raise money for coral reef protection. There is archaeological evidence to suggest that the Maldives had inhabitants as long ago as 1500 BCE. Before the Maldives converted to Islam, in 1153 CE, Buddhists are thought to have arrived from Sri Lanka and settled briefly. For years, the islands had been used as a stopping point by Arab traders on their way to Asia, and many of them decided to stay. Although most Maldivians can speak English, but the national language is Divhi. The weekend in the Maldives is on Friday and Saturday, which you might have experienced if you visited an Islamic country or been to Egypt, Jordan or Oman. This won't affect your stay if you're at a resort, but factor this in if you're planning to visit a local island, as services may be reduced.
The Maldives is a member of the United Nations, the Commonwealth of Nations, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, and the Non-Aligned Movement.
The World Bank classifies the Maldives as having an upper-middle income economy.
The Maldives is a dialogue partner of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Fishing has historically been the dominant economic activity, and remains the largest sector by far, followed by the rapidly growing tourism industry.
The Maldives rates high on the Human Development Index, with per capita income significantly higher than other SAARC nations. The Maldives was a member of the Commonwealth of Nations from July 1982, until withdrawing from the organization in October 2016 in protest of allegations by other nations of its human rights abuses and failing democracy. The Maldives rejoined the Commonwealth on the 1st of February 2020, after showing evidence of functioning democratic processes and popular support.